Good afternoon, everybody. This is Greg from the Dapper Man. Today I'm going to be talking to you about setting goals and the importance of setting goals and what that has to do with being a gentleman. Also going to be having what's called a naked long filler cigar. I'll go into a little bit about that. Why it's called a naked long filler cigar, why I enjoy them, and so on. So, as I said, this naked long filler cigar, I went ahead and used my little punched a hole there on the end. I got this yesterday from Rem's Tobacco Shop in Grand Junction, Colorado. You can find them at gjsmokeshop.com. The reason I like these long filler naked cigars is, just like with anything else, you buy a car, you buy a DVD player, TV, whatever, you pay for the brand. So there's always a certain percentage of the money, or a certain percentage of the price, that is just brand cost. So you buy a Sony TV, you're going to pay a little bit of money because it's a Sony TV. Even if you have two TVs, the exact same components, everything is exactly the same. One's a Sony, one's a value brand. You're going to pay more for the Sony because it is a Sony, even if everything else is exactly the same. That's why I like a lot of these little naked long filler cigars. The first thing you'll notice is that there is no band. That's why it's called the naked long filler. Because there's no band, they are cheaper. There's no band, there's no box. So all that artwork, all that other stuff that goes into creating the band and goes to the name of the cigar, you don't have to pay. This is a long filler cigar, which means that it's the full long leaf tobacco. I actually have some others that I'll be smoking later today that are short leaf filler. Short leaf, as you can imagine, is the opposite of long leaf. Long leaf is the full tobacco leaf, or long pieces of the full tobacco leaf. Short filler is the exact opposite. It's kind of the bits that they cut up and grind up for filler that are left over from making the long filler cigars. So these are usually cheaper. I think this one was $3 versus some of my CAO cigars that I really enjoy go for $10, $12. So like I said, it's a value brand, but these are still very, very good smokes, and I highly recommend them, especially if you're just looking for an everyday cigar. If you're not looking for something that's like for a special occasion, then yeah, these are fantastic cigars. These are also great cigars to have if you're going something like golfing, working in the backyard, or if you have a friend that likes cigars, because he doesn't have to buy them. These are fantastic. Really good taste. Construction sometimes can be a little weak, but for a $3 cigar, you're usually not too worried about that. If you're talking a $15, $20 cigar and the construction is bad, then yeah, you're going to get a little upset. But for $3, they're pretty good. I also want to talk to you today about goal setting and the importance of having goals and why you need to have goals. If you ever felt like you're just kind of drifting through life, you're just kind of monotonous day to day. Why am I going to work? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Why am I going to the gym? Then you know the importance of having goals. If you get up every day with a purpose, that is awesome. Congratulations. You can probably skip the rest of this video, but most people really don't have any hardcore goals in mind. And when I say hardcore goals, I don't mean lose 100 pounds. I don't mean become a millionaire. I mean they don't have anything to really drive them beyond the paycheck or paying bills. And that's the big thing about having goals, is that it does give you something to look forward to. So, for example, you want to lose 15 pounds. Okay, that's fantastic. What is your plan to go ahead and lose those 15 pounds? And I'll go through a bunch of other stuff about goals here in a little bit, but it's really, really important to have goals, because it will help you, it'll help motivate you, it'll help drive you. It'll, when you really want to quit, it's like, I just want to call in sick. I don't want to go to work. I can't stand talking to people today. This will help drive you and actually help you obtain, whatever it is that you really, really want and what you're really looking forward to. So when you create goals, you need to create what are called SMART goals. SMART is an acronym, and I wrote it down because otherwise I can never remember what the acronym stands for, to be honest. Specific. The first S is for specific. You need to have specific goals in mind. Again, I need to save $25,000 to put a down payment on a house. I need to lose 15 pounds, 25 pounds, whatever it is. I want to pass the Microsoft certification for this, or I want to become a CISSP, security specialist, stuff like that. You don't want to be too vague in your goals. You don't want to say, like, I just want to lose weight. That's a wishy-washy goal. And that actually leads to the second word in the acronym, or second letter in the acronym, M, for measurable. So you want to make your goals measurable. I want to lose 25 pounds. That way you can say, I've lost 10 pounds. I only have another 15 pounds to go. So again, going back to the weight loss analogy, I want to lose weight. Fantastic. That's always always you want to be healthy, but how are you going to be healthy? What is your end goal in mind? Because I want to lose weight isn't really measurable, so you don't have something to reach the end of. And so when you do reach the end of your goal, it's very important to have another goal. And so, especially with weight loss, I want to lose however many pounds. You want to make sure that it is realistic. So I'm going to skip a letter here. I'm going to skip A and go straight to R for a second. Realistic. You can't say, I want to lose 150 pounds. That's not going to be realistic. You set small incremental goals. That way they, again, are measurable and they are realistic. I want to lose 5 pounds this month. I want to lose 20 pounds by Easter. That way you're healthy, but you're still working towards your goal of, incremental goals. And eventually, yes, you will, if you stick with it, you will eventually make your ideal weight, but you got to be realistic. You're not going to lose 150 pounds in a year. If you do lose 150 pounds in a year, you should probably see a doctor, because that's not healthy. So going back to A is action-oriented or actionable. So you have to have action. You have to have a plan to achieve your goals. So I want to lose, again, as an example, I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of the month. What are you going to do that? I am going to lose 5 pounds by restricting my calorie intake. I'm going to start walking every day. I'll go to the gym twice a week. I'm going to do, and you just list out what you want to do. And that actually leaves us with our last letter in the acronym, T. You have to have your goals be time bound. So again, going back to weight loss, by the end of October, by the end of November, by the end of the year, I want to, lose this much weight. I want to weigh this. And that gives you a deadline, and that also helps keep you motivated. If you've ever read any of the Microsoft or any of the other training books for the various computer certifications, I'm an IT consultant, so that's what I really know. Good cigar. But if you've ever read any of the books, the introduction talks about setting a timetable. I want to take this exam by this date. And last year, I'm actually going to go tell you a little bit about my company. My company that I work for, I don't own it. I wish I did. That would be fantastic. But I don't. But the company I work for, we are Microsoft specialists. And last year, there was a big push to get everybody certified, or at least 85% of the company, again, a measurable goal, certified within within fiscal year 2017. And so it was time bound. And because it was time bound, because it was measurable, and we were able to say, okay, we are at, in my region, we had 35 people that needed to have this, needed to be certified with Azure by the end of 2017. Okay, So we have 35, but only 25 people have, or our goal is 35, but only 25 people have reached that. So we need to find a way to incentivize or to help these other 10 people get that goal. And so we created training programs and boot camps and other items, and other, training opportunities to help these people get the certification that we wanted them to get. Excuse me. And so by the end of the year, we are on track to actually make that goal of having 35 people in my region get pass one of the three Azure exams from Microsoft. So when you start looking at goals or start wanting to create goals, you also have to think of what areas you want to make goals in. So what do you want out of life? Do you want to buy a house? Okay, that's great. What do you need to buy the house? For example, if you have bad credit for whatever reason, okay, so I want to improve my credit. How are you going to do that? So your end goal, buy a house. So what do you need? You need a down payment. You need at least decent credit. So to fix your credit, what are you going to do? You're going to create a payment plan and to really reduce the amount of debt. You're going to cut stuff out of your life that really just drives up the debt. So for example, maybe you need to cancel your cable for a little bit. You can use that money to pay down your credit card. Or you need to stop buying stuff on the shopping channel or at Walgreens or at Walmart that as seen on TV stuff. Stop buying some of that. If you're spending a lot of money on sodas and items like that, maybe look at getting a soda stream machine. And that's just an example. In fact, that's one that we're thinking about doing in our household. I love drinking sodas for the carbonation. I've recently found club soda. I really like club soda, especially in the morning. So instead of buying club soda, we can get a soda stream, and per bottle, it's like a third of the price. So we're saving however much money per week by switching from club soda or Cokes or Pepsis or whatever to the soda stream. And over time, that'll pay for itself and save us money. Eating out. So instead of eating out every night, cook at home and maybe go out to eat one night a week. Make it a date night or family night. So you want to, like I said, you want to have actionable goals. You want to make sure that they are that they're measurable, that you're working towards them. But again, you also want to have goals that are important to your life. So if you already have a house, maybe you don't want to buy another house. So instead, maybe it would be pay off the house or go on the vacation to London or whatever it is you want out of your life. You got to make a goal towards that. And you can even have goals for family. So I want to get married, and as a goal, my wife and I want to have a kid. Okay, to have a kid, obviously, there's certain things you have to do, especially financially and around the house, to make sure that you are ready to have a kid. Or if you can't have a kid, maybe adopt. We want to adopt. So, okay, that's a goal for your family. For work, what is your goal for work? I want to be the information security manager for a Fortune 500 company. Okay, that's fantastic. One, is that realistic? Okay, yes or no. If it is, what are your goals or what are the steps that you need to get there? Another thing you need to think about when you're talking about goals is short-term goals and long-term goals. And when I say short-term, I don't mean what you have to do that day. Those are tasks. I need to pay these bills today. That's a task. I need to clean the kitchen. I need to do laundry. Those are tasks. Goals would be, a short-term goal especially, I need to study and pass the Security Plus certification by Thanksgiving. That is a good short-term goal. Short-term goals can be anything under probably 2 to 3 months. Anything beyond that, I personally consider a long-term goal. The reason I consider anything over 3 months a long-term goal is because it's about 90 days. And again, as an IT consultant, everything we do is in 90-day chunks for the most part. Anything within the 90 days is pretty immediate. So long-term goals. I need to study and apply for the CISSP certification. That requires many, many years of work in specific areas of information security. So that's not something you can do in the short term. Your long-term goal could be, I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of 2018. Okay, my short-term goal to reach that long-term goal would be, I want to lose 5 pounds within by Thanksgiving, stuff like that. And so once you have your goals, your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and once you actually have an action plan around them, once you set your timetables, it's very important to go back every now and then and look at your goals. So again, my company, every year, we fill out a goal plan. We have probably 5 areas that we actually talk about professional growth-wise. And then we have like 3 training areas, or 3 training goals that we need to set. But throughout the year, we actually go through and update those goals. So again, every 90 days or every 3 months, we go through and say, do these goals still apply to me? For example, maybe I got promoted, or you get promoted. The goals that you had at your previous level may not apply to your new level or to your new job. So you have to go through your goals from time to time, update them. If you've already met that goal, you set a new goal. If you're falling behind, you adjust your goal, or adjust your actions to reach your goal. My company, like I said, we do this every year, and we have every 90 days we go through ourselves and update our goals. Every 6 months, we actually go through with somebody else and we do a goal review. And this person is usually 1 or 2 levels higher than us, doing the same things that we are doing now. Kind of like a career advisor, somebody within the company that is doing or has done what we do now, that can say, okay, that's not realistic. Okay, have you tried this or this or this? Then every year, so we do that twice a year. Then every year we go through and we rank ourselves. Have we met these goals? If we have, then the company can go through and say, okay, yes, he has gotten the certification that we asked for. Yes, he has worked, a certain amount of time at this level. He has shown or demonstrated that he is performing at the next level. Should we promote him? Yes or no? And so that goes into our annual review process that you guys probably don't care about and really doesn't pertain to this video. But it's very important to have goals. And if you ever look at somebody that Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they always have goals. They're always setting goals, and they're using SMART goals, something that's actually obtainable and measurable, actionable. And they review those goals. And once they meet those goals, they make new goals. So it's very, very important to have goals and to keep striving towards them. And that's what helps make you successful. And it also, goal setting also helps you in other ways of being a gentleman, because it'll help you be fit, be thrifty. It helps drive you. It gives you passion. That way you can say, I want to go to this convention in Vegas. Okay. To do that, I need to do this and this and this. It helps drive you, helps, keep your passion alive. So I hope you have goals. If you don't have goals now, there are other videos out there to talk about how to create goals and the actual goal creation process. What I would do is just think about it 5-10 minutes. What do you want out of your life? And just start writing stuff down. Kind of stream of consciousness, just whatever comes to your mind. Just don't filter anything at this point. Once you kind of write your stuff down, it'd take an hour, like I said, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however much time you need, take it. And okay, once you kind of have some ideas, kind of group them together. Life goals, work goals, family goals. And then look at, are these short-term goals, long-term goals? Okay. And don't rank them. Don't say this one is more important than this one. That one's more important than that one. You don't want to do that, because all your goals are important. as long as they're realistic and actionable and measurable, as long as they're SMART goals. But start working at your goals, and just start thinking about what needs to be done to reach those goals, and stick with them. Don't just try it for a week. Try it for a month or 2 or 3, and create your plans. Create and follow through on your plans. And in 3 months, come back and see where you are with those goals. And I think you'll be shocked. Well, I hope you liked this video. Again, this is Greg from the Dapper Man. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Pinterest at the Dapper Man US. And everything we do always ends up on our website first, thedapperman.org. Please visit us. Please give us a thumbs up. Like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to our channels on our various platforms. And you can even sign up for email notifications on YouTube and on our website to go ahead and get notifications of new content. But I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact us through the comments. You can send us an email directly either on our website or through YouTube. And we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I hope you have a fantastic day, night, whatever's left, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.